What's up guys, my name is Sheldon Zam, if you are new over here, and this video is going to be all about our third year computer science project at Nelson Mandela University, telling you the conceptual side of it and also giving you a run through, as well as walking you through some of the skills and problems we've encountered and learned to solve during this process. First of all, I'm going to ask my friend Nathan Watt to join me as we talk a little bit about this system. Nathan, so if you had to explain what our system does to someone who is hearing about it for the first time, how would you explain it?
Okay, well, what our system basically does is it looks at your social media accounts and it tracks them over time. So it tells you if you're increasing in likes or followers or decreasing in likes or followers.
Cool. You're talking about likes and followers. Which platforms are we dealing with over here?
Well, the platforms we've chosen that we're going to use is Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And the reason for that is those are very important for businesses.
Yeah. Now, why would someone want to use our system?
Okay, well, what you may have noticed over time now is that social media has become more important over time for advertising for businesses. Nowadays, when people invest, when they want to pitch their business, it's important for businesses. As you might have seen now, when people want to pitch their business and say like how successful it is, they often list like the Twitter followers or the Facebook likes, because that gives you an indication of how engaged people are involved with your product.
Basically, it's reach.
Yeah, and with it as well, it forms as a main source of advertising nowadays.
And it's free. Social media is free. So you've got a higher view understanding of what our system does, but we actually want to show you. So we're going to ask our friend Philip. Philip, can you please just run through the system and show people what it looks like? Over to you, Phil.
Awesome. Thank you, Sheldon. What you are seeing here is the main layout of our system. On the right over here, you can select which aspects of your social media accounts you want to keep track of. For example, if you were to select retweets for Twitter, a graph is then displayed which shows your retweets. So on the 4th of September, you had 1 retweet, and on the 5th, it increased to 2. You can also take a look at other things which can be viewed simultaneously. So if we check favorites, that then shows our favorites over time, and replies, which show our replies over time. You can also set when you want your graph to begin and end by moving your mouse over to the little clocks. Once you got a graph you like, you can save it as a report and display it in a meeting later. You can also set goals. Like for example, you want to be alerted once you've reached 100 Twitter retweets. The system will then alert you when that goal has been reached. Under the social media accounts section, you can set up your different social media accounts that you want to keep track of. You simply just set the username and password for the selected account. If the system is used at a company, there may be multiple users with different restriction and admin abilities. For that, this is where the account section is used for and where you can set the type for the different users. There you have it, just a brief overview of our system.
Thank you for that walkthrough, Phil. Now, we just want to wrap up over here by telling you some of the problems we learned to solve and also the skills we learned during this process of developing what we have so far. Phil, any problems that you feel we learned to overcome during this process?
I think working as a team definitely was a bit of a challenge at first, because often at varsity you work by yourself, and if you miss a deadline for yourself you just catch it up, but if you miss a deadline with a team you have to you let down your teammates.
That's true.
That's a big thing.
I think another thing that goes hand in hand with that is documentation. I mean, on the one hand you think, oh, I'm a programmer, I just want to implement, and you realize that at the end of the day, when you've got deadlines and you realize your deadlines are dependent on someone else's deadlines and it gets all complicated, documentation is something at the end of the day which really helps just to find your feet again in terms of direction. Nathan, was there anything you felt particularly that you learned or that we learned together during this process?
Well, from a technology point of view, we were working a lot. We learned how to speak with APIs to different platforms. So Facebook has an API, Instagram has an API, Twitter has an API. And the API is basically a way in which your program can communicate with those platforms. And we learned about things like rate limiting, about how you have to only send so much data and they start ignoring you.
Yeah. Wow. Personally, I think this has been a really fun adventure. Social media, developing an actual system, coming to our third year and actually, making something that works. That's been really exciting. With two of my friends, colleagues, and yeah. I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope that you learned a bit more about our software. And if you have any comments, well, please do comment. That's why this video is here as well. From all of us, cheers guys. Yes.